got the right business bank account, which is your tier one, all right, the next thing you need to do, you need to look at some net 30 companies that you would want to prep your file with at the beginning for its building up that will actually give you like a secured or unsecured charge account would be Nav. Okay, so Nav will give you 2 business trade lines, all right, and they report to Experian and Equifax, all right. They used to report to Dun and Bradstreet, but they no longer report to Dun and Bradstreet. However, are more important than Dun and Bradstreet, all right. Now, to get that $20,000 card, you want to focus on accounts that actually report to the Experian. Here's another thing. You have a company called Fair Figure, okay? Now, here's the thing about Fair Figure so you understand. They report to Experian, Equifax, and Credit Safe, and they have a Fundex score. They're like Nav. They give you your business credit. They give you access to the business credit reports as well as your personal credit reports, all right? But here's the thing about it that makes them different. You register your business with them. If you're already an existing business owner and you have challenging credit, but you have revenue in the business, if you have a Fundex score, then they'll give you a business line of credit, okay, on a credit card. They'll give you a business line of credit. Now with Nav, they'll do a secured as well as a unsecured line of credit with you, all right? Now with Nav, to get the 2 trade lines, this is one of the reasons that I like them, is because you open up a checking account, and then they used to have this card called TIFL. So Nav took over the card TIFL, all right? And so since they took over the card TIFL, this is their business credit card now, all right? So the name is no longer TIFL, it's the Nav business credit card, all right? But the interesting thing about it is because you're going to get 2 trade lines that's reporting on your business credit file. Plus, with this here company, Fair Figure, they're going to give you a business trade line as well. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. Both of these, because of bad credit, no hard pull on the credit, you're going to be able to get funding from them as well. All right? So we already talked about Capital One, right? So we already talked about Capital One. But again, like I said, you're going to use your personal credit, but all you need is the 580, right? So you'll be able to start there and get funding as well. Here's something else that you do need to understand. Prepping your file, what it does, it leverages your company, especially when you have bad credit. And that's what you want. You want to be able to leverage your company. If you have a business and you work as a freelancer or in the gig economy, Uber Eats, ride-sharing companies like Uber and stuff like that, then other companies you can go to, before we even get to this here, to just give you some funding, you can go to Funnu, okay? Now, please understand with Funnu, they are a merchant cash advance. So your interest rate is going to be higher. However, they'll offer you up to $10,000 with no credit check. All right. All they want to do is to show proof that you have revenue coming in from your gig economy. All right. Now, that being said, one of the things that you do need to know is that they want you to be in business at least 90 days income. They want you to be making at least $1,500 a month. 90 days, $1,500 a month, and no credit check. That's them. You have to have an active bank account. All right. So you do have to have an active bank account. All right. Now, there's another company I talk about is GiggleFinance. See, what I'm doing, I'm trying to put money into your business even before you apply for this here credit card with no PG. So that's what I'm doing. I'm helping you start to put revenue into the business even before you start going after these unsecured cards, with the exception of this Capital One. All right. Now with GiggleFinance, they offer up to $5,000. And again, no credit check, 90 days, revenue, $1,500. So these companies, again, they don't want much from you in order to help you get funding. And most people are not even aware that these type of companies is out here. Now, in terms of the company where you want to go to get this $20,000 with no PG, Sam's Club, they pull Synchrony, okay? They pull Synchrony, Experian Business, right? Synchrony, Experian Business. You don't already prep your file to where you have business trade lines on the credit file. Plus, you also are able to fund your business, all right? So here's the thing about it, what screws people up from not getting this card with no PG, okay, or EIN only. What screws them up is when they fill out the application, you want to make sure that I would tell you to go inside if you're able to go inside and tell them. Now, some people say, this is what I understand in terms of this here card. People would go inside and they apply for this card because the people at the counter, they are not aware that you can actually get this card with no PG. So you have to actually point out to them to let them know that you want this here card with no PG. All right. Now, again, the reason is because you prep your file. You have these trade lines showing up on your file. It makes it much easier for you to get to $20,000 in funding. All right. Now, for those of you that may have more questions about getting access to more business credit funding, because we have a database, we can actually tell you the data points, what credit bureaus they pull from, what state you should be in, what other lenders, there are other lenders in your own state most people are not even aware of. So we have a database, we can look at what's actually in your state to see what lenders that you may be able to apply for. But most of the time people make the mistake because they'll try to go get a business loan. Do not go get a business loan. Stay away from business loan. You always want to start with your credit cards and then your lines of credit. So if you guys have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.